Your backup plan in case of divorce is your ex-husband is going to pay alimony and child support. Listen up. When I filed for divorce for my ex-husband, he was making over $200,000 a year. I kicked him out in October of 2018. He paid me nothing.
So wait a second. You left your husband. No, you didn't leave him. You told him to get out of the house that he paid for you and y'all children. I want a divorce. Get out. But you expected him to willfully just keep paying for your life. Victim much? Because it sounds to me like you made a decision without having anything in place to make it a good decision. And now you're looking at your husband, who you told to get the out, to keep paying for your life. Make that make sense.
The day after Jake's wages got garnished for that $3,600, he began telling people inside of the company, there's about 300 employees, that he was going to get fired. If you quit your job, that's different than if you get fired. So 2 days after the only time that Jake's wages were ever garnished, he went into work that day, got into a huge fight with the main owner of our family business, who's a family member, right in front of all of the employees, told him to off, called him a I have this in affidavits, got all crazy. He was like pushing chairs around and stuff. So that family member had to fire him.
Now this part about him telling employees that he's going to get fired. Your husband got his paycheck and it was missing $3,600. Now, I don't know about you, but if I work at my soon-to-be ex-wife's family business and her family members are my bosses, that's a hostile work environment. And the second that my wages get garnished and I'm missing $3,600, you know what I'm thinking? I know I haven't received a child support order. We haven't even gone to court yet. So the fact that my wages got garnished seems highly suspect. You know who has the authority to take that money out of my check?
Who?
My wife's relative, who I'm now about to go give a piece of my mind, because that can eat these nuts, is exactly how your soon-to-be, at that time, ex-husband had to feel about going into work after his paycheck was missing $3,600, which he knew went to you, his wife that just left him. God, you did a good job of spending that to make it sound like some devious shit. Like somebody who makes $200,000 a year is just going to go into work one day and say, my job, I'm not going to pay for these kids that I made with this woman who wants to leave me. They're going to suffer because I ain't going to work for them no more. That sounds real logical.
He didn't have a job. And when we were in court last week, he submitted papers saying that he earns between $1,400 and $1,700 a month. As a grown man with no disabilities, with a career history of 6 figures, living with his wife in her house with a car payment of $160. By the way, he's taken 3 or 4 ski trips this year. He has a brand new Harley. In one of his financial affidavits, he showed that he spent more in alcohol one month than my rent. And I have full custody of the kids. And when the commissioner last week in court asked him how he gets paid and why he doesn't have pay stubs, he said, most of my customers just pay me cash or Zelle. He had his mom, who has Alzheimer's, move in with him for a year to avoid working at all. And the month that the judge said that he didn't have to work that year because of his mom, he put her in a nursing home in Texas.
And then we come to my favorite part, your grand finale, where you lay out the fact that you didn't have a job after making 6 figures the whole entire time you guys were married, how he was now living with his wife in her house. And how his wages now were remarkably low at $1,700 a month for this perfectly able-bodied man. Are you not a perfectly able-bodied woman?
Come on.
Could you have not decided, you know what, babe, I'm going to go back to work? Secretly all planning to make your move out of your marriage. You didn't do any of that. You just knew that when you left him, he was going to be financially obligated to continue funding your life as your now ex-husband, as if he was still your husband. Like, you even went as far as to say he moved his mother with Alzheimer's into his wife's house so that he could avoid having to pay child support. But then as soon as he didn't have to pay child support because he was taking care of his mother, he moved her into a home in Texas. Miss, you're doing a whole lot of victimization of yourself. Because at the end of the day, you made a bunch of choices. You picked him. You married him. You had children with him, and then you decided to get a divorce before you secured yourself financially. Sounds like you made a bunch of dumb decisions and now you're not happy with it, and you're still going after this man to make your life better. If you wanted the life he provided, you should have stayed married. Now that you wanted to do your own thing, you should absolutely do that. You should do that without expectation of him providing for you or your children, who you are keeping from him by having full custody. You got him all to yourself. You got everything you wanted except for his money. Sorry, your choices didn't work out in your way.
What's up, YouTube? Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you're a new viewer, please make sure you subscribe. If you're a regular viewer, I love you so much and thank you. Oh my god, guys, this story is a very crazy one and it is very funny as well. It looks like this man has said everything that I wanted to say in this video. I really don't know much about the marriage system and how the alimony works and all that, but then when I heard her say alimony is a backup plan, I was like, what the heck do you mean by alimony is a backup plan? I mean, so girls get married and still think when the marriage doesn't work, alimony is their backup plan? This is crazy, guys. I will never be in support of the fact that the man should take care of the woman after a divorce. It is a no for me. It shouldn't happen. Don't get it twisted. I am not saying child support is not a good thing. It is good, but the woman's family had no right to take some money from the man's salary. That is not fair. Now I'm going to read a few of the comments that came in. Of course, people had a lot to say about this. The entitlement is real. Stay strong, fellas. Okay, this is an advice. I want a divorce, but I still want my husband to support me after it's finalized. Tell me you want to sleep around while you still have a traditional man supporting you without telling me. Okay, this is kind of complicated. I don't get it. Never ever leave your house. Divorce attorneys will tell the wife to kick you out, so it looks like you are abandoning your family. Okay, the last comment says, I am honestly shocked these women don't end up having accidents a year or two after they take everything from a man. Oh, this is harsh. Accident is too harsh, bro. Nah, this is too far. Nah. Okay, guys, these are what people think about this particular issue. Let me know what you also think. Please, let's get interactive in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video and share it for me. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.